try to eat food before attending the class. And do not attend the coding class seated on your bed. Okay. So what we are going to do now is for those who joined yesterday, we use replete.com to start learning how to code. But we are going to do a little bit of deviation back to Jupyter Notebook, and we'll still be coming back to Replete. I just felt I needed to introduce Replete yesterday, but we are going to do something on Jupyter Notebook. Mubaraka, were you able to get your Jupyter Notebook downloaded? Anyone downloaded
Yes,
it? If you have
yes.
downloaded it, drop a comment. Let me see if you downloaded it. If you have your Jupyter Notebook, just I have downloaded or done. Share your screen, Mubaraka. Okay, Patrick. Okay, only Patrick. Okay, Chinyere. So let's go and open your Jupyter Notebook.
Where should I open it from? I installed the Anaconda.
Okay, so what you need to do is just open, click search, and then click on open.
I open this.
Yes, click on open. So you see a command prompt, a dialog box will pop up, and you have to choose your Jupyter Notebook.
Is it opening?
Don't worry, it's gonna come up.
Okay. I saw something also called the Anaconda prompt. This one.
No, that's not the one. Just click on this one, open it, and it should run. Just be patient. I think it's loading. Yeah, that's it. It's loading. Please, if you have your Jupyter notebook, just put it on. But we are going to practice some coding right there. And then next week, I'll introduce you to another one called Google Collapse. So I'm going to let me type. We have Replete. Yesterday we used replete.com. We are going to try Jupyter notebook. And then we have
My
Google
Jupyter notebook is open.
Collapse. Okay, yours is open. Good. Share screen. Let's start from you. Or do we wait for Mubaraka? Let me wait so that in case there are some people here that
David, Mubaraka's app will not open. He's trying to open it through Anaconda. He should just click the Jupyter Notebook and the CLI will first load before Jupyter. Once you have these rings, it will not open. I can afford to tell
oh
you that
yeah,
confidently.
let's do that. Let's try that. So there is the option of if you open your Jupyter notebook, your ID would come up and then you choose sorry, if you open your Anaconda, that will come. Yeah, this is supposed to come up. Then you choose your Jupyter notebook. So close all of this. What is it saying? Let me check. Yeah, close this, close all of this. And then you see Jupyter notebook, you can click on it. So normally if you click on Anaconda, it's just going to bring you up to this community. Then you choose your Jupyter notebook. And then the dialog box will come up that will launch your Jupyter notebook.
So it is showing me to sign in.
You don't need to
I
sign
click
in. I
on
don't know why it's asking you for signing in.
So I click on Jupyter Notebook.
Yes, just launch it. Click on launch. I hope all of us have gotten to this point. So yeah, if you launch, it's going to get open this up for you. Yeah, this is what I wanted to say. Now all you need to do is I don't want to spend time. So all of this is contained in your notebook, your computer. You just click on new. So we have to start a new page entirely. Click on new. Good, and then click on Python 3. The kernel there, yeah. Click on it. Awesome. Then where you have untitled, we are going to rename that. We are going to rename it Dahel Techies Python class. Awesome. So guys, now I'm going to give you some exercises just so we remember what we did yesterday. I'm going to give you some exercises. So I need you to write a comment. I hope we are all on the same page. Any question? Are we all on the same
I'm not
page?
able to download. I'm not able to download this thing, the Jupyter notebook. I don't know. What I'm having here is welcome to Anaconda Cloud. I don't know if it's different from.
Did you check the messages in the group? Did you read any of those
Yes,
messages?
I clicked the link. I clicked the link on the group. That is why I followed to get to this
Yeah,
page.
you click the link. Did you read the message that followed, showing you, giving you instructions of what to do and what to click?
I mean, I've mixed it. I don't. Okay, let me just continue, and then after I'll go back to it.
Okay, so that you don't miss on the class, guys. If you are not able to download this before the class, this shouldn't have taken time. You can as well go back to your replete of yesterday so that you can practice or practice what we are doing. Did you get that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that you don't miss out, you can practice. So now I'm going to make a comment. I'm going to give you some tasks.
Okay, the hashtag is already there.
So the comments I want you to make, you already know how to make comments in Python. You start with the hashtag. Hashtag
It is
handles.
already there.
What?
It is already there. I've written it.
Okay, hashtag some exercises. Some exercises in Python. So well, I'm going to give you some exercise so that I'll see how many of you were able to follow the class. So number one, Hello, are we still
Yes,
here?
we are here. We have lost you.
Yes, sir.
Prince, he said, double semicolon or
Print what?
colon. Prince,
Come
he
again.
said, Prince, bracket open. He said, semicolon, hi, and sat down. All right. Number 2. Print, hello world. /n. So I want you to make a comment. The first one, correct. Okay, let's go to number 3. Then I'll give you instructions as to what I need you to do. Number 3 exercise. Please, if you are listening to me in my Python class, I expect that you are doing as I'm doing. So have your laptop, your phone, whatever. You can't get this downloaded if you are not on Jupyter Notebook. Then you can go to your Replit we used yesterday, and you can start practicing these things. The number 3, now we want to look at concatenation. So let's do some debugging exercise. Print, I love plus Uganda. All right. Number 4, A equals New York. Print these statements. All right. So I'm going to give all of you 1 minute each to work on these exercises. Number 1, I need you to correct it. He said hi and sat down. Number 2, print hello world. I need you to print hello world to appear in 3 lines of codes. Number 3, I want you to concatenate that and print it out exactly as it is. Number 4, I want you to print that statement. I hope all of you understand. Is there anybody that's just joining us today? You don't understand what's going on?
I'm just
Okay, hang on.
I
Hang up.
just joined today, so I don't have an
I'm
idea.
just joining. No
No
idea.
problem.
No.
Fear not. I got you. So for those who joined yesterday, drop the answer in the comment section. Drop the answer in the comment section.
Give me. Go and bring the cover.
It's not the cover you should bring. It is the code.
Excuse me, Mr. David.
Yes.
How do I move to the next cell down?
Okay, that's a good
From
question.
this cell.
Now, if you are using Jupyter Notebook, if you want to move to the next line of code, those are the exercises. You see that plus button, just click on it. It will come up with a new line. Awesome. So now I want you to now go to where you have some exercises in Python. Highlight that very line. Highlight that very line. Good. Now go to where you have code. You see where you have code? Open the drop down and then click on heading. Awesome. Click on OK. Beautiful. Now you see it's different. Now in Python programming, for those who are just joining, I have given instructions how to install Jupyter Notebook. And if you don't know how to install Jupyter Notebook, you can use replit.com. I have posted the link in the comment section. Go to replit.com, sign up, and then you can start writing some of your codes right there. We are going to send the recording of the class we had yesterday, since you missed it, so that you can follow up on how we were able to get Replit working, so you will not miss out on anything. But since you're already here, all you need to do is you have to listen and ask questions. Do not be discouraged by anything that you are seeing that is not making sense. I hope that is clear.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. So now you have some exercises on the screen. I need you to drop comments. I have gifts for those who are going to be very, very exceptional to surprise you. All right. Can see Jemima, can see. Okay. Jemima, where are your other codes? Alabi, your code number 3 is not correct.
What was the question, sir?
It's on your screen. So you need to put hello world 5 times. That's only appearing once. So instead of going to click run all the time, you can simply do your shift and enter. On your Mac, control and enter. Awesome. Beautiful. 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 So line 4, those of you that are dropping comments, you can check, you can see some of your mistakes. You cannot say you want, if you want to concatenate, by concatenation, we are talking about addition. Okay, we are talking about addition in Python programming, okay? You need to understand that you cannot add something without putting a space in there.
Please, I'm not seeing the classwork again.
Can someone please copy it and drop it in the group? Copy the exercises, drop it in the group. Are we done? Hello? Is anybody talking? Mubaraka, are you muted or what?
Yes,
Sir,
I'm muted. I'm done.
Did you zoom out or in?
Yeah, I had zoomed out so that they can see the exercise.
Okay.
I had zoomed in.
Is there anyone that have a question so that I can attend to them? Any question?
Sir, I will not be able to answer number 4 because I wasn't here when they did the concatenation.
Oh, okay. No problem. I have forgiven you.
Thank you, sir.
Only for today.
No problem, sir.
Some of you are not dropping anything in the comment section. I am reading. While you do that, stop sharing. Let me share my screen and go through a few exercises. Just as a reminder, before I introduce another function called the input function, and then we'll write our first program today. Are those that just joined, are they still here? Because this thing I want to share now is just to make sure you're on the same page with everyone. Are they still here?
We're still here.
Okay. So in Python programming, I'm going to have to open this. We have what is called data types. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
We have what is called data types in Python programming. And some of these data types, one of them is what? Strings. Another is what? Integers. We have another called what? Boolean. Strings are always. Can that person mute, please? Thank you. Strings are anything you put in double quotes. For instance, this is a string, okay? Or in single quotes, this is a string. Or better still, in triple quotes, 1, 2, 3. This is also a string. Do you understand?
Yes.
This is a string. So anything at all, alphabet or not, that you put inside double quotes, you can define them at the end of the day to be a string if they are numbers. We'll talk about that later. But if you want to put anything, let's say I have a dog, I have a book, when you are using your app, all those your kindly insert your password. That kindly insert your password is a string. But the password that you are going to put inside that box will be coded in such a way that you can insert a string, you can insert a question mark, you can insert plus, Abi. That is how passwords work, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to insert a password somewhere and they will tell you, oh, you need to include a certain character, or you need to include some other characters and not just A, B, C, D? Have you had that experience before?
Yes.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So it's not because those people they follow you. It's not because they know you from anywhere. It is just because they have been able to use some codes to program that particular box in such a way that everybody that is inserting their password should tick all of the codes. You should tick integer, you should tick alphabet or strings, you should tick boolean, you should tick special characters, you should tick every other thing, right? That is what this means. Now for integers, we all know what integers is. Integers are what? Numbers. All those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Those are all numbers.
All
Then
numbers.
whole numbers. Thank you. Whole numbers, please. Then boolean, they are either true or false. Do you love Mr. David? Mba. Do you love Dangote's son? Oh, yes. Why not? So that you are playing a boolean live. You understand? True or false? You understand that I have specifically written true with capital T, and every other thing, R-E-R-U-E, is in small letter. And then I wrote F in capital, and every other thing is in small letter. Did you notice that?
Yes.
That is exactly how it should be. Python programming, like I said, is like God. You are either in heaven or in hell. Have you get any other place? I don't know. It is either it's a capital letter, your variable is either your function is in caps or it's not. If it's in caps, then it will run. If it's not supposed to be in caps, then it will not run. So true or false, this is exactly how it's going to appear. Now, another one we have to say is what? Float. And what is float? Anything that you have 543 point something. These are all floats. Decimals. I'm going to stop here and then we'll proceed. In future, we'll talk about other data types. Then if I want to make all of these bold, I can as well just come here, highlight all of this, come here and do this. And you would see all of this. Please, those of you that are just joining, any question on this?
Yes, I have a question, sir.
Yes, what's the question?
The Boolean data type, does it mean that if the true or false were written in other lowercase, like full uppercase, does it mean it's not Boolean? Because you said the first letters has the four letters here are capital.
Okay, so let's do something. A equals to true, and A equals to true. A equals to true. Did you see what happened? Let me
Yes.
zoom out. What did you notice?
Only the last one is colored.
Exactly. If I come here and say print, okay, let me say print, let me put A1 here. Let me put A2. Let me put A3. Then I come here and I say print A1. Okay? Print A2. Print A3. Then I run the code, Control Shift. Can you see? What did it say? Showing you error.
Yes.
Where is the error from? It's telling you the first one is called what? The name error. Like I said yesterday, if you are ever confused about any error type, just copy the whole of this line. Go to where? Where did I say you should go to? When you copy this line.
Search Google. Paste it in Google search.
Exactly. And most of the time, what is the name of the site that will come up? What's the name of the site? What?
Stack Overflow.
I beg. It's Stack Overflow, not Stack Flow. It's not a monthly something. It's Stack Overflow. Are we together?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
now if I come here and I correct this error by putting true, it changes. Do you see that? I come here, remove this, and I put my true. And then I run the code again. Can you see now that the code went through?
Yes.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you, sir.
So capital letter, if it is not capital, it's not capital. It's the same thing. If I come here and I say A4 equals to false. If I say A5 equals to false. If I run this code and I say, come here and say print what?
Okay.
A5, and I run the code. You see, it says what? False is not defined. Where will now go? Where we? False is not what? define is the name error. Any other question, please? Let's move on. Any other question? Good, no question. So the next thing that we wanted to do was what is called string manipulation. And just like I told you guys yesterday, in this life, you can only manipulate what you understand. In Python programming, it's even more true. How do you manipulate a string? One of the ways of manipulating a string is to make sure that you add certain variables to it. I'm going to give you an example. So if we come over here and we say, you know that strings are always in what? Double quotes or single quotes. True, right? So we're going to say, hello. Hello, David. We are going to put hello, David in what? Double quotes. Are we together?
Yes.
And then, because we know hello, David is in double quotes, and what is it? We are going to say name equals to hello, David. So what are we saying when we say name equals to hello, David? We are simply saying this data called hello, David, we want you to attach it to a variable called what? Name. For some of you, your idea of a man equals to what? Tall. Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk now. Now sabi this one. Tall, what? What else? Handsome.
Dark
Muscular.
skinned.
Muscular.
Intelligent.
Intelligent.
Rich.
Read. Thank you. Something well now for toxins.
God fearing.
And that one they always be last. God fearing. When I don't collect the money, finish.
Giver.
All right. So for a woman, which one I want to?
Guys, talk.
Curvy.
Yash. Covey.
Curvy.
Beautiful.
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 Light
Independent.
skin.
What to?
Independent.
Light skin.
Light skin.
Intelligent.
Who they talk independence? You go pay my transport.
Intelligent.
Intelligence.
Submissive.
So miss even I talk with you I want.
Intelligent. Oh, okay, this one.
So do you understand how this works now? It means for every variable called man, these are the attributes. I want you to attach all these attributes to the variable called man. For every variable called woman, I want you to attach all of these attributes. Curvy, beautiful, light skin, and so on. But if I come here and I say, okay, now that I have defined my attributes, and I come and I say print man. I come here and I say print woman. I come here and I say print what? Name. And then I run the code. I can either choose to come over here. Are we following this class? Hope nobody's
Yes,
coming.
sir.
Yes.
Now I can choose to come over here where I have my run. I can highlight everything, come over here and click on run, or I press my shift and control if I'm using here another one, not mark your command or control and enter. And then I want to click on run. Can you see? What is he saying? Invalid syntax. Who can tell me why is it called invalid syntax?
Because there is no quote
No quote where?
for the attributes for the man and the woman.
Exactly. So what are we going to do? Because Python does not understand what are we trying to say. But the moment we put a double quote here for tall, handsome, and you must end it with a double quote. Or we come over here and, okay, let's now run the code. Let's run this one. Now we have corrected that one. We are going to run the code again. You see, it has brought another syntax error, this time around for woman. So you see, when people say that they are afraid of coding, I tell them, is it because you know Sabi read? Or you don't know how to buy in the market? Because every error that you are going to have, the simple thing is you simply take your time to go through it, read and do your research, and you can. That's why you see people can learn some of these things on their own. The only problem is when you fall into hiccups like this, who is going to be there to explain it to you? That's the only thing. So now, instead of double quotes, I can as well put my what? My single quotes. And I come over here and I put my single quotes. Now I'm going to run the code again. This time around, it worked. Hello, are we still here?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good. So now that is for strings. Now let us do a little bit of manipulation. And one way of manipulating the string is what is called what? Concatenation. I'm going to do this concatenation. And I'm going to make this a heading. Then I'm going to come up with another line of code. So I'm going to say, I want to concatenate. Oh yeah, give me any lady there. I want to use somebody. Give me your name.
Victoria.
Victoria, good. So I am going to say Victoria equals to, now Victoria, I need you to tell me the name of your favorite food, two of them.
Okay. Rice and beans.
Rice and beans. So I'm going to say Victoria equals to I love rice plus beans. Can you see what I did?
Yes.
So I'm going to write a comment. I'm going to say the plus sign means what? Concatenation. But there is a problem. I'm going to say print Victoria. I want to see if you guys are following this class. And then I'm going to run the code. What is it saying? Invalid syntax. Now, who can correct this code? Who can correct this error? Come on, quickly, quickly. Who can correct it?
No strings.
Through
The
the
strings were not in
No
quotes.
strings.
How do I do that? Don't just talk. Give me instruction.
There is no need for concatenation in this instance, because there is just a simple variable. Victoria would have just been equal to I love rice and beans. You remove this thing and put and, because it's just a variable. And once you say print Victoria, it will just print I love rice and beans.
Yes, I get the point, but I'm trying to explain using simple English. We are going to do a lot more about concatenation as we proceed, because you can as well say, you can as well do this. Let me write. You can as well say Victoria equals to I love rice and okay, I love rice Yeah, if I do this, I'm going to confuse some of you. So let me say, I love rice, beans, comma, beans. And if I put this in quotes, and let's say we have Victoria 1, we have Victoria 2, and then I say print Victoria 1 here, print Victoria 2. And when I run this code, it's going to show error because I need to do this for Victoria and then put I love rice, put my space in quotes, and put my beans in quotes and run the code. Now, this very action here is what is called concatenation. I'm going to give you another example of concatenation. But so far, all of you, you understand what is going on, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, for us to further understand and appreciate concatenation, one can just say A equals to, we have your A plus B. Then when you print A, what are you going to have? You have AB. If you come here, you want to do another code, you want to say B equals to Peter plus Joe. Then you have C equals to 234 plus this. Then I'm going to say print B, and I'm going to say print C. Run this code. So the first example, we use a double quote. The second, we use a single quote. And then the third, we had to use no quote because this was what? An integer. And you know integers are what? Whole numbers. And so the plus sign that you see here is not just an ordinary concatenation, but it's also represents a summation. In other words, 1 plus 1 equals to 2, 2 plus 2 equals to 3, and so on. But you and I have noticed that we can't have Peter Joe like this. So what are we going to do? We are going to say D equals to Peter. We want to see a space between Peter and Joe. So what are we going to do? We are going to say Peter plus, no, plus, we are going to put our space inside the quotes, and we are going to put a plus, and then we are going to put our Joe. Now we are going to do what? Run the code again. Okay, I didn't print it. So we are going to say print D. Can you see? We now have a space between Peter and Joe. Compared to this one, there was no space. Now let's proceed. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that one of you will continue. But any questions so far? We are going to be looking at the next way of manipulating strings using the input function. Any questions so far on this? Do you all understand? You could give a thumbs up if you understand. Any question? Do you all understand? Mubarak, are you still here?
Yes, I'm here.
All
I
right,
understand.
share your screen. Awesome. Let's look at what is the meaning of input.
Please, I have a question.
What's your question, Gloria?
Question is, must you, what's the need of using print there?
Okay, so when you enter your username and your when you enter your username and your password, as you are trying to log in into any app at all, after you've inserted your username and then your password, what is the next thing that you do?
Press enter.
Exactly.
Search.
If you don't press enter, what will happen?
It will not search.
It will not search, it will not open. True or false?
Yes, sir, it will.
Exactly. So think of that enter as your print function. You can write all the codes, but if you don't print it out, you are not going to see the result.
Okay, okay.
So all of these codes that we are writing, if we don't use the print function, we are not going to see the results.
Okay, okay.
That is what it
That
means.
is basic. That is in code in Python. That's
Yes,
what they use for
in
it.
Python mostly, yes.
Okay.
But I'm going to show you guys more ways of print function is the only official way of reproducing an output in Python programming. We have what is called an unofficial way of showing outputs, and we are going to be looking at that in future.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Now, I need you to write a comment, the input function in Python. Input function in Python. Not impute, input. Without the T. Input function in Python. So you can make that bold, the heading. Heading. Good. Now, please pay absolute attention because this is going to help us build our first project. Should I continue?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This is going to help us build our first project. Now, I need you to click on input, type input, bracket open, put what is your name. Remember, anytime that you are writing any string, you already know what to do. So you can zoom this out so that everyone would see clearly. Now run the code. Let's see. Please pay attention to what is going to happen. Input, bracket open, what is your name? Run the code. Let's see. I need you to pay attention. Exactly. What do you see there? Who can tell me what you've seen?
What is your name?
A form.
Exactly. Can you see that we are already building a form using our Python?
Yes, sir.
So if I give you something to build now, and I ask you to, in using the input function, build an app where people can put their name, can you do it?
Yes, sir.
At least, let's not go too big. Using this input function, at least you can do it. Just to use a code to ask people what is their name. So Mubaraka, you can type your name there, right? You can type Mubaraka. Now, if you hit enter, just hit enter, you are going to see another. Yeah. So you see, The name has come up as the output, Mubaraka. So now the input
The
there
name has come out as a string output because
string, yes.
even Python.
Go ahead.
I want to be particular so that all of us can observe it, that the name has come out as a string output. Even Python has also put the quotes using single quote this time around.
Exactly. Thank you. But for those of you that are going to be using Replit, we are going to be practicing this on Replit. When we finally build the program here, we'll copy it and paste it on Replit. There is a difference between the output on Replit and then on Jupyter Notebook. That's why it's good to know the different different places where you can run your codes. There are different outputs that may appear. So now that we have our output, you see that when you use the input function, there would be a cursor blinking. Did you notice that cursor?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Good. You
yes,
notice
yes.
the cursor. Awesome.
Question.
So that is the difference. When we say, now I want you to write print. Print, what is your name? Print, what is your name? The same thing that you've written, but only they use the print function.
Excuse me, David, I have a question, sir.
Yes, question.
I am trying to place my finger on it. I just did my what is your name as instructed. And the dialog box came out on my system. It is showing me for history dot search history with hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It wasn't plain like the one we are seeing from Mubarak.
Can you share your screen? Share your screen. What are you using, Replit or Jupyter Notebook?
Jupyter Notebook.
Share your screen. Let me see.
I'm working with laptop and studying with phone, sir.
Nwanu, connect with your laptop and call me again. Let's look at your screen.
Okay, sir.
Remember, I cannot manipulate what I don't understand. Share your screen again, Mubarak.
Okay, let me see if I have this.
But just pay attention as we proceed, as you are trying to do that. Mubarak, share your screen again. So now you can run the code. Let's see the difference. Now, can someone tell me what's the difference between input, what is your name, and print, what is your name?
Print what is your name doesn't give you the avenue to type in your name.
Exactly. It simply prints exactly what is your name. But now we want to manipulate this. And how are we going to manipulate it? We're going to say print. Can you type, please? We are going to say print, bracket open. Hello. Now this is where concatenation now plays in. We're going to say bracket open, hello, plus now input plus input. No, don't put it in quotes. Plus input is a variable. It's a variable on its own. Yes, that's it. It changes to green because it's a variable. So input, bracket open, what is your name? Now, can somebody explain this line of code? Because we cannot run this code if you don't understand what it means. Can someone explain it? Anybody?
You have manipulated. Okay, let me yield. Let me yield for the lady.
Okay, so I think it meant when hello world hello is being printed, and it will assign or concatenate it with another statement. What is your name?
Exactly. Okay. Who else? Thank you so much. I want to hear another opinion.
And in addition to that concatenation, it will also give the interactive box for the person to for the world to put anybody using this thing to put his or her name.
Exactly. Thank you. Now, Mubaraka, run the code. Let's see. You see, what is your name? So you put your name there. And then you hit enter. Can you now see? Hello, Mubaraka. Now something is missing in our code. What is that thing?
Space.
I can't see the screen. No.
And
so we need to put a space
the code
inside
from the
the
blank
code.
listing to create a.
No, you have to concatenate it after the space. Hello plus space plus input. Now run the code. Viola.
So now, and if I was Mubaraka, because I know that this will be interfacing with the world, I will make the H capital. Because come to think of it, it's going to be like a greeting to the world. Anybody who pushes their name.
Exactly. So I want you now, the exercise I want all of you to do now is I want you to print a statement. Pretend that you are Google and you just collected. Okay, write the comment now. Let's give the instruction. Pretend that you are Google. So pretend that you are Google or you work with Google. Pretend that you work with Google and you are in charge of onboarding new customers. Pretend that you work with Google and you are in charge of onboarding new customers. Stop. Now the instruction is create an interesting code to welcome them to the Google product. Create an interesting code to welcome them to the Google product. How many of you have tried to sign up to any event or any product at all? When you go there, they say, hello, Mubaraka, welcome. We are so excited to see you. Have you ever gotten such messages before after you sign up anywhere?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So how is it that they know you, that they welcome you, and you see those messages and you are happy, you smile? Oh yeah, now it's your turn. Come and write the code. That is the assignment. Your assignment now is to write that same code. So I'm going to give all of you 1 minute. Write an interesting code to welcome people to a Google product. Could be Gmail, it could be Classroom, it could be anything at all. So Mubarak, stop sharing so that they will not copy from you. 1 minute, then write the comment, write the code in the comment section. Let's say you are working in your own product. Remember, we are trying to build a product today. I'm trying to build something today. Are you all working? 1 minute, I'm counting. Please, you can copy the question and drop it in the comment section for those who didn't see it. Can someone drop the question in the comment section, please? Thank you. Oh, Thomas, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. But there is an error. There's an error in your code.
Okay, sister, let me spot the error.
So only Thompson have finished. If they thump a son now, there will be a thump in Thompson. Mr. Bola, there's an error in your code too. Awesome. You've corrected it, Thompson. Good.
I've seen the error after the plus, after the second concatenating, allowing for space. I didn't put the second quote for the single quote. So
yes.
Immediately I pressed, I punched it in. Okay, let me correct it.
You can also run it on your Jupyter notebook and then see the error. Yeah, Yemi, that's beautiful. But there's an error in your code too. Okay, Iklima. Nice. First person without error. Okay, Mubarak, share your screen. 1 minute is over. Let's continue.
What is your name?
Okay, what is so there's something you are missing on this. This is not how a proper, you did well done, but there's something missing according to those who study English. What is missing in that sentence? Two things are missing. In your code,
apostrophe.
Apostrophe where?
What?
Yeah, question mark. What's your name? Apostrophe, what's your name? Yeah. Because, you just need to make sure that your spellings are correct, because that is what people would see. What's your name? Apostrophe before S. And have you forgotten that, when they say welcome to Gmail Mubaraka, that's supposed to be welcome to Gmail, comma, Mubaraka, an exclamation sign. So how do you incorporate that into your code? So I need you to put an exclamation sign at the end of your name. So you see, what's your name? Mubaraka. No, you don't put an exclamation sign when you are putting your name. Do you understand? Your name does not come with an exclamation. It is the code that will put an exclamation to your name because they are trying to welcome you to Gmail. Does this make sense? My name is David. My name is not David exclamation sign. So how are you going to put the exclamation sign to someone's name when you are trying to onboard them? Can someone write the answer to what I'm saying right now? How do we do that?
Yeah, the exclamation mark is another code. After that impute one.
Exactly.
Another string, yes. Another string. The lady, yes. After the input, and you close the comma of the input, and you close the bracket of the input, then you will write another string, quote, exclamation mark, quote. Then you close the print box.
Like that?
No, that is outside of the print function. You can't print anything outside of the print function.
It has to be then exclamation. Then you close the bracket after the exclamation. But make the exclamation string. The exclamation mark has to be a string. So it has to have a quote both before and after.
Like that?
Close let the exclamation let the quotation marks be close to the exclamation mark. Don't leave spaces between.
There are no spaces. There are no spaces.
Okay.
Is that okay?
I want to believe that's how I'll do it. If there are no
Run
spaces.
it.
There is no need for a
Let's
plus.
see.
There is no need for a plus. It doesn't run.
I think you have to open a separate a bracket opening.
Impute.
It doesn't run.
Open brackets for it.
I love this. So please, you know what?
Just run it.
It is not running. It doesn't give an output when I run it.
It's actually running, but it is getting to it. If you look at the right hand side, you can see there's an asterisk sign when you have your code 11, code 12, where you're supposed to have code 13. There's an asterisk sign that is showing you that your code is still running, right? If it is not running, it is going to stop. You would see the number and then you see the code. Because it's running, it means that you have inserted something that is not supposed to be a part of the code, and it is turning into an infinite loop, which you have to stop. We'll be talking about this in future. But I need you to remove everything that you added there. And then for the rest of you, use this to be your assignment. How can I add exclamation sign to my code that is not going to run into an infinite loop and be running and running the code all over again? So you need to go up and stop running this code because it's still running. So where you have the stop button, click on it. Yes, interrupt kernel. Awesome. That's where how you stop the code. You see, the asterisk sign is no longer there. Did you notice that?
Yes.
So run the code now. So you see, you can now put Mubaraka. And then you say, welcome to Gmail Mubaraka. Then I'm telling you, I want to see an exclamation sign at the end of Mubaraka. That is your tax, everyone. I need you to start thinking. Start thinking. Start thinking.
Please, can I ask a quick question?
Yes, please ask.
With functions, can we combine strings together?
Why not?
We want to print, okay. Because I wanted to do that.
We have been doing that since we started. Now let's build our first project. We want to make certain things very interactive. So we're going to write a heading, call it project 1, Python project 1. So open another line of code. We are going to say print, welcome to Dahel Techies Python class. So the name of our project is called, let's assume that we want to call your village. Let's assume we want to call your village. We want to give the name of your village. Your village is going to be called the name of your location and your favorite food. It's a funny project, right? The name of your location and your favorite food. That is the name of your village. So go back to where you have the title and let's edit the title to say village name. Project 1 is village name. Put a hyphen and put village name. So for instance, anybody that is in London and the person's favorite food is a goosey, the name of your village will now be one. London, a goosey village. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
That is what we are going to do. And you are going to do this, send it to your friend so that you guys can play a game. Let's say you want to play a game where you want to give their business a name, and then you want the name of their business to be their favorite color and their favorite city. So if their favorite color is blue and their favorite city is Paris, so the name of their business will now be called Blue Paris. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Good. So I will need you to know how to run, come up with a code, play with your friends, and then drop it in the drop their responses. Let us laugh about them and about the codes and all of those things. Drop it in the group. So yes, print welcome to the Techies Python class. Then hit enter, put input, Where are you now?
I have opened the brackets after input.
Yes, where are you now?
This is input. That one is not wait to can do it all by himself.
Good. Now, can someone tell me what is missing in these 2 lines of code? Is anything missing in these 2 lines of code? Gloria, your hand is up. Is that a question? Okay, it's not a question. I'm asking everybody, do you know what is missing in these lines of code?
No.
Yes, sir.
What is missing?
The input is having a string.
Okay, that's not what is missing, but thank you for trying. Come on, let's think. Okay, let me help you. We want to print welcome to the Dahel Techies Python class, and our input is where are you now? But guess what? We want to be able to insert a variable for that input. We want to say anywhere you see where are you now, we want you to take that data and put it inside a variable called location. Mubaraka, did you stop sharing your screen?
No, I didn't. Let me check. Maybe it is my connection.
Not showing. Your phone is not showing.
I'm reconnecting. Maybe it's there.
Awesome. So we are going to say everywhere you say you see the question, where are you now? This input, I want you to take it and insert it into a variable called location. So we are going to say location equals to input, where are you now? So can you type that? Before the input, you put location equals to input, where are you now? The second line of code. Good. So you are going to delete the third line. So we have defined our location to be the input of where are you now. Now our third line of code, we are going to say, remember our favorite meal, right? So we are going to say favorite meal equals, okay, food, put food equals input, what is your favorite meal? Good. Now we have said anywhere you see where is your favorite meal, we want you to put it in the variable called what? Input. Sorry, called what? Food. Now our next line of code, which is our last line, we are going to print your village is called so I need you to now add the location and the food to print out the next one, your final line. Your village is called plus location and then plus food. No need to put the semicolon. Your village is called plus location. You have to put a space, don't forget. I hope all of you are following all these lines of code.
Yes, sir.
Any question, please, before we run the code?
Call is missing an L.
Yeah, L.
Check your spelling for calls, Mubaraka. Any question on these lines of code, please, before we run it? Okay, that means all of us understand what is happening. Okay, run the code, let's see. Awesome, beautiful. So you see, where are you now? So write your location. You hit enter. What is your favorite meal? Rice. So let's say now hit enter. Can you now see? Your village is called Kampala Rice. Now, I want you, let us do something interesting. Copy the code. Copy the code. Yeah, I'm coming. Copy the code. Put it in the next line of code. Now, we are going to make it in such a way that we have a cursor that is showing in our next line. And how do we do that? So where you have the location, you are going to put /n before the quote. Where are you now? /n. At the end, yes. Where are you now? Before the last quote. /n before the last quote.
Backslash.
Backslash, yes. That's what we'll be using. Then go to food, do the same thing. All right, now run the code. Let's see if there's going to be any difference. Can you see any difference? Wait. Any difference?
The answer
Yes,
goes
there's a
down.
difference. Like the box is now below the
The box
statement.
is now what? Is
It's
now
below. It's down.
below.
Yeah.
So anywhere you put n in your line of code, What does that mean? It means it takes the next action to the next line of code. We are going to copy this, take it to Replit, and then see the difference, how it's going to look like in Replit. So continue. Kampala, yes. So between the first one that was on top and this one that's below, which one do you like?
This one.
Uh-huh. So because the first one was adding Kampala in the same line, this time around you can see everyone is having their own line. So which one do you like, the first code or the second code?
The second code.
The second code.
If two of them went for an interview and you see the first person and the second one, which one will you hire?
Second
The
one.
second one.
Uh-huh. So you will not go and say that your village people send you. They didn't send you. You just don't know. Now copy the first code and go to Replit and paste it. Now, who is the person? Ask your questions. This is your first project now. You go and play with your friends, go and play around. Ask them, your favorite business is going to be a combination of X or Y. Then we are going to write a code for you that will show you this.
The spelling of Replit.
Repltit. Yes, that's it. Please always have all this handy.
Where do I go next?
Where is your former project? Look at it now. Look at the former project. Click on it. Dahel Techies Python is below. Scroll down, you see it. Scroll down, you would see your first project. Yes, look at it there. Just click on it. All right, now paste the code. Go to line 30, hit enter, paste the code, and run it. Can you see? Where are you now? Okay, can you see that there is no long box over here? You rather have a cursor instead, no box. Can you see the difference? So now you need to type, you have to type it, yes. Kampala. Do you see the difference between this and Jupyter Notebook?
Yeah.
So which one do you like, this one or Jupyter Notebook?
Jupyter.
Jupyter Notebook.
So you put Kampala, you hit enter, the next line will come up. See, what's your favorite meal? You put it. Your village is called Kampala rice, you see? So now I need you to now insert the N and let's see the difference. This time around, the cursor will no longer be on the same line. It will be in the next line of code. Hit enter.
It's still on the same line now.
He's running the first one first before it gets to the next, this last one.
All right.
Okay, so we forgot to, you can create a new where you have that plus button, where you have main py, click on the plus button. Click on new file. So either you do that or you make your previous codes, you turn them into comments.
So what should I write here? I paste the other work here.
Create a new file. Just no, you will not. This is not like it's not. You won't run your code here. Put maybe Python class 1, class 2, class 3. That's what I mean. So project, okay. Then you open it, and then yeah, you can now write your code. Do you understand?
Excuse me, Mr. David.
Yes.
Please, my one is hanging. I don't know what happened to it. I've tried to restart the
It's
channel.
hanging. We will unhang it.
How will I unhang
We will
it?
unhang it.
Okay, sir.
Let's just start by praying.
The option for running is not there. There is stop.
What?
There is no option for running here.
There's no option for running.
Mm.
Why is that so? Click on Shift and Enter on your keyboard.
I think the last code is still running. The first main pure.
Oh, you didn't finish. Go back to the other line. You have to finish up with the code, or you stop it from running. You just simply stop it from running now.
The other one, where do I find it?
Main.py. Click on main.py.
Mm.
Stop it from the second one and on.
I hope we all understand what all these challenges.
Yeah.
Any questions so far?
As if it is becoming repetitive.
Yeah, that's because we need to make the other code a comment so that we can concentrate on the new code that we've just added. This is simply for learning purposes. Or better still, go to, let me see, open your tools. Let me see something. Open the drop down, your tools. I need to change the interface of the code in here, of the console. Those who joined today, if you listen to the recording of the class yesterday, you would know how we are also able to use Replit to run our codes.
Okay, sir.
So don't be confused. When you listen, if you have any question, you can drop it in the group and someone will respond to you.
Okay, thank you.
So click on output. Let me see what's there. Okay, it's not showing.
But sir, can't he stop it and run it again? It happened to me once and I stopped and run it again. It worked.
I'm not even looking at the code. I'm looking at changing the interface of the console so that the output will be below and the input will be at the, but you can stop it. I mean, it's no longer running now. Okay, let me open my own Replit so that I will know exactly where I can change the console. Just give me a sec. Okay, go to user settings. Have you seen user settings? Hello? Are we still here?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
David,
I'm
we
on
can't leave
user
you
settings.
alone. That's the problem.
I'm on
We
user
can't leave you
settings.
alone. So I'll always be sure we're with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Go to
But
user settings.
I must say that we are straight men. No, we are not. We are not.
I have opened the user settings.
Now go to where you have default layout. You see side by side and then you see stacked. So you choose stack. Let's see if there's gonna be any difference.
How do I save?
Open it, click on the drop down.
Can't you use DLR to clear the code?
I selected stacked already.
Is someone asking a question?
Okay.
Yes, I'm asking a question, sir.
What's your question? So you can see when it's stacked now, you can see the code will be written at the top and you can see your output below. Can you see the difference? The other one, the code was written by the left and you can see your output by your right. So if you prefer it this way, no problem. If you prefer the other way, you just go to your user settings and then you can change it. Does that make sense? You can now paste the other codes here and you can start running them. Yeah, Mr. Basi, what's your question?
Yeah, I was trying to place my finger, my one was hanging. I got stuck.
Okay, let us unhang it.
Okay,
Share
thank you,
your
sir.
screen. Let's unhang it.
Can you see it, sir? Hello?
Do I need to stop sharing?
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, stop sharing, Moraka.
Have you seen it, sir? Hello?
Yeah, I can see your screen. But I'm not seeing your
my notebook.
Your code or something.
Drop this thing here.
Can you share your screen again, please? I can't see your screen. Is Mr. Obasi still here? Mr. Obasi, you are muted if you are speaking. I'm not hearing you. So what was the problem? Can someone look at his code and correct it?
Have you seen the code?
You stop sharing. Go back to share your screen.
What is this thing now? I've done this
I
thing.
think we can hear you. You don't need to leave the screen to come and hear us.
We are seeing your screen. You share the Jupyter notebook so that the code can be seen.
Trying to get this thing right. Stay away. Stay away. Stay away.
That person should stay away, please.
You're disturbing me. Stay away. Can you see it?
Maximize your Jupyter so you can only see the Jupyter screen.
I am still using it.
You need to share your entire screen. Stop sharing and you share your entire screen. You share again and share your entire screen, not one window.
Okay, please come. Let me try again. Yeah. I need to minimize this one. It's not showing.
The window of your Jupiter, where did you open it?
Can you see it, please?
I can see it.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. I got stuck
Yes.
here. This place I put my name.
Hit enter.
I've done that.
Did you? Uh-huh.
I should hit enter. Okay, thank you. Then this second one, when I was trying to run it, it gave me another error message.
Syntax error at line 2. What is your line 2?
That is where are you from? Okay, where are you now?
No, that is not your, yeah, that is your line 2. So look at that line.
I've seen the error.
It's like this, my voice is a miracle worker.
Thank you.
You needed my voice to discover the error.
Sorry for stressing you.
Oh yeah, now answer the questions. I guess, guys, we'll end it here today. Next week, hopefully, we'll have one more project that we'll run. And then we'll have, for those who are attending the free class, we'll have another, the last class is going to be on Sunday. And I will be inviting someone who is a Python developer. He's working remotely for a company in the US. And he's also an open source contributor. So please, my students, you already know that I love when you guys ask questions, especially when we bring people like this on board. Ask questions. That is going to be your one and only chance, because you can actually work remotely as a Python developer as well, and you can do excellently well. Trust me. So I hope you have a beautiful week. Let's keep in touch in the group. So it's going to be a registration form so that you will follow up with you, especially those who join for free. If you want to continue the program after next week, you are very, very welcome to join us. Any questions so far?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Do you want us to build a calculator and game on Python? Do you think you would love
sir.
it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We build a game or a calculator. In case you
game.
Let us build a game, sir.
Game, sir.
A game, sir.
no one buy game again. For sure.
I want to bring for my baby, sir.
Oh, that's nice. That's a good ambition. Nice. All right, let's see how it goes. I appreciate it. Have a beautiful week. I hope you learned something.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Did you learn anything?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
God bless you.